Okay, hi everyone. We have a team creation sprint tonight,
Woo!
apparently. Hannah just showed up. I thought I was going to be by myself and I was nervous, so she is my savior. And if you don't know what RealmAthon is, this is a readathon happening throughout the month of March. The announcement video is linked down below, so is Hannah's channel. So please follow Hannah, adore her. And this is Cassidy's from Covers with Cassidy's Baby. And there's so much work into this and it's so much fun. And you can get the sweatshirt still that Hannah's wearing in many colors. Look how pretty. So let us know what team you're on because I see a lot of team time happening at the moment.
Ooh.
And what you're reading. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa's loyal.
I know it's like all my friends who joined are like, I'm just joining team creation. I didn't even look at like the reasons why. They're just like, Hannah's on it. I'm like,
I know,
that's
I
what
love
I
that.
need, loyal
And then
friends.
on the sign up sheet, Cassidy put something like, why'd you join? I'm like, I hope a few people put because of me on there. I know a friend said because I was sending stabby emojis to everybody, like you got to join my team.
Oh yeah.
People said that I threatened them, so whatever works. Yeah, see time. Hi Samantha. Team Shadows happening here. Mm-hmm. Loyal Becky, we have a book club together, so if she didn't choose creation, I'd leave. Creation, Shadow, look at all this. So what are you reading, Hannah?
I started my reread of Strange the Dreamer, which I recommended in my like TBR video because this is one of my favorite books of all time. And it's blue and there's an animal on the cover. So
why do I feel like you're reading a lot of books with moss on the cover this month? It seems odd.
Literally, yes. The last sprints I was on with you, we had a blue book with a moth on the cover.
It's a theme. I've never read anything by her, but I do own, what's her first, Daughter of Smoke and Bone?
Yeah, I liked that one too.
I got that at like the used bookstore so long ago. I need to get to it. Vicious. I really like that one. For Team Blood, that seems like a good fit. Team Time, Housemaid Secret. Nice. A reread of Nevermore. Nice. And Creation. I'm going to be switching between The Girl on the Mountain and The Will of the Many during these sprints. Are you liking The Will of the Many? Let me know because I need to read that at some point this month. Look at all the team creation. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Team Time. I'm also wearing my blue. The blue is so pretty. I don't know why I didn't get blue considering it's our team color.
I almost got the green one.
That's what I got.
So I was like between green and blue. And then Sahar said she was getting blue. And I was like, okay, I'm getting blue.
I got the green.
I did too because I love this
I just feel like I look better in green, but I like the blue. I'm reading this, by the way. Soul Swift by Megan Bannon. She wrote The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a standalone fantasy, which is hard to find.
Yeah, it is.
And it's got like heavy religious themes, which I don't always love, but I think it's interesting. So Creation. Yeah. It's a made-up name, so it's all right.
Yeah.
B-Team, awesome. Reading 3 books and making mini books for my TBR. I love those mini books that people make.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's something you're going to start doing.
Oh, you can't even see it. It's all the way over in this corner. But my friend who's not like on YouTube, like my IRL friend, got me a little mini bookshelf of these teeny tiny Sarah J. Maas books. So I have it on my shelf. It's really cute.
I've seen people, you know how you do like TBR jars?
Yeah.
I've seen people do the mini books. I'm like, that's something I think Hannah might do eventually.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have the patience.
Yeah, I think there's like a time commitment to that.
Yeah.
And using a lot of your printer ink, which isn't cheap. Team Shadow. Well matched, waiting for the bread to come out of the oven and making some crackers. My God.
Oh, nice.
I've never made my own bread, but Flamefall. Grocery shopping right now. I'm listening to Warbreaker and it's a vibe. That is the one Brandon Sanderson I feel like I want to read because I like when a weapon is sentient. I don't know why. That's so random.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a sentient sword.
Yeah, the sword talks. I like it. So it's so specific, but I believe I did in fact say you were my reason for joining Creation. Perfect. There you go. Another Creation. Reading Red Dragon. Desperately need audiobook and clean house time, so yay sprints. Let us know what you're listening to. Team Blood. Stranger's perfect for your team, plus it's amazing. Yeah, I've heard her writing is really pretty.
Yeah, it's very like lyrical, I guess is how they say it, like purple prose writing. Yeah. I really like that. in this book specifically. And her writing is a little bit different in Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Is that one adult or is it still YA?
It's still YA.
It's still YA. Are you annotating it?
I am.
That's always going to be my question for you.
I'm having a good time.
Perfect. Once Upon a River for Team Time. Cold Hearted. I'll likely play The Sims. You know what? I've been there. I love The Sims. I need a new computer, though, because my computer can't hold all The Sims expansion packs at this point. Oh, love it, Vanessa. Thank you. I'm reading A Book Thief. This is a friend that I sent stabby emojis to, so there you go. The Siege of Burning Grass. I don't think I know that one. Nice. Serpentine Valentine. And audiobooking Mortar Follies, which I have near me. Let me know if you're liking that one. I'm loving it. Yeah, I need to get to it. That Will of the Many. I'm supposed to be buddy reading it at some point. But the month is going by so fast.
I know. It's almost half over already.
I know. Do I read a middle grade for middle grade March or a fantasy romance with a blue cover?
Blue
cover.
Like
I was going to say, I feel like we're biased towards the
biased poll, yeah.
With the blue cover, get the points. The Reformatory, yeah. I have that one on audio. It's so long, though, but I've heard it's amazing. It's like a horror. The Strange is hard to get into. Is Strange hard to get into at the beginning? I had trouble reading it last night, but I was pretty tired.
I don't think it is, but I'm like obsessed with this book, so I might not be like the right person to ask. I just really like how, I don't know. I like how she writes in this one specifically. Like I was engaged from the first chapter. So
yeah,
if you're not liking it, maybe give it a little bit, but.
Oh no, I was going to tell you because Hannah, I DNF'd when the moon hatched.
You did.
I did. I couldn't. I was like, what am I reading? I was so confused.
I only got, how far did you get in?
Like 4 chapters.
Okay. I got to like page 100 or 105 or something like that. And I was like, I'm not, like, where is the story? What is happening even? Like, it just feels like I'm reading a textbook.
That's how it felt. Like, I'm like, nothing's clicking. What's happening here?
Yeah.
So
I have to feel connected. And when I'm not feeling connected at all, it's like, what am I doing here? So
yeah, you're just reading words and not really. Yeah. So I was like, okay, at least I know Hannah DNF this too, so I don't have to feel too bad.
Yeah, you're the only person I know that hasn't liked it. So everybody else is like obsessed with it. And I'm like, maybe I should try it again. Maybe I'm the crazy one.
If ever an audiobook comes out for it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Because
that might help, like, for it to stick. I'm just like, I cannot connect with this at all. I'm not picturing what's happening.
Exactly.
But I DNF'd another book by her. So I'm just maybe her writing.
I believe Crystal Bloom.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one yet either. This was the one that I was like, if I'm gonna like one, it's gonna be this one.
The romance in that one like gave me the ick, I have to say.
That's what I've heard about that one, so I just kind of skipped it.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I can't. Sick with the Flu. Oh no. I haven't read in a few days, but I'm hoping to get back to Serpent and the Wings of Night. I hope you're liking Serpent. If there's any book to get you back into reading, I feel like it's that one.
Yeah, that one's a stunner.
I've been fighting off migraines all week, so I feel yeah. Yeah, so I haven't been on sprints much. I'm like, I want to be on sprints, but I just do not feel good. The Silent Patient and Will the Many. Lots of Will the Many. Listening to a love song for Ricky Wilde. I hope you love it. I thought that was so beautiful. The Blinding Knife. So many different things being read today.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even keep up. You guys are amazing. Go Team Creation. Nice. Seja isn't the only came out yesterday. This is an arc I'm a little late on. I'm late on so many arcs. You know this. So it's okay. My Neck Alley is not great. Nice. Okay, so I feel like we should... Oh, there's Cassidy. And Lexi. Hello. Cassidy is copying me. Like it's literally right after each other.
Yeah. He one-upped you and put exclamation points.
And then Tori jumps in.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared because I watched Rachel's Phase video with When the Moon Hatched. Yeah, like
I know. She loved it.
Loved it. People recommended it to me personally, but I just don't know what it is.
I don't know if you just have to like get past a certain point, but like that's what I was asking Rachel because I was like, oh, should I give it a second chance? And she was like, yes, do it. And I was like, okay, because those first 100 pages were rough. And she was like, oh, I was like annotating by page 50 and loving it. So maybe you won't like it. And I was like, oh.
Oh yeah. I even struggled just to get through the prologue, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, what are these words? What are we saying here? It was such a wild romance, edging on a big creepy. Yeah, it felt. I was like, ooh, like how can I cheer? I liked her as a main character, but how do I cheer for this love story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Maria. I was hoping you weren't here, but I said I did have to, because Maria and I talked about it, but sad at fair about Moon. It took me 100 pages to fall in love with it, so not everyone wants to push through. Yeah, and I think the size of it.
Yeah.
Was scary.
And it's not one where I was like hating it. I just like didn't feel anything. So I'm like, I'm ready to move on from this. So maybe I'll give it a second chance eventually. But
yeah, and I just don't think it's good for a readathon if I was like struggling with it. That's like not the point.
Yeah.
Better read. So, How You Get the Girl by Anita Kelly. I love Anita Kelly. Hope you're liking that. Barbarian Mine. Go Team Time. Did you get an arc of Letters to Luminous Deep? I didn't, but I've been hearing mixed things about this. It's supposed to be like Emily Wilde, but underwater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been hearing some mixed things. Illuminate of the Invocations. Nice. And Education of Malice. I have an arc of that I haven't read. Yeah, big creepy. The prologue was so beautiful that I think you make a good call, Dina. Oh, see, the prologue, I was like, what is happening?
That's like everybody was talking about like how beautiful this book is and how like gorgeous the writing is. And I'm like, I got none of that. I got textbook for 100 pages. So maybe I had to push through, but people are loving it really early on. So I'm like,
it's just an us thing, I think.
It's
I think
just
this confirms to me.
It's just one of those things
the prologue.
Now I know. Some people.
You know, Cassidy does all those like who taste test things, who's like my twin.
Yeah.
You're my fantasy romance twin, I've decided. There we go. Beginning Horror Store. Nice. Was not like, I know we were going to say that. Energy is a great autumn read. Good tip. All right. We'll start sprints now then. 45 good?
Sounds good.
Let me. All right. See you all in 45 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Let us know how you did. Obviously, Mel joined us during that. Team Shadow has infiltrated, but we'll allow it.
I mean, I can see myself out.
Yeah. No, I think we want the company. What are you reading?
Huh?
What are you reading?
I'm not sure. I'm either going to be reading the book club pick for Backlist because, that live show's on Sunday and I just started today, or going completely rogue and reading an arc that I have for May that's got a building on the cover.
Oh, which one?
Silverblood Promise. I couldn't remember the title. That's why I didn't say it a second ago.
I know, I could tell. I put you on the spot.
Silverblood Promise. That's what it is.
I feel like you're gonna go rogue.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. It's like you need to finish the book club book the day before or the day of.
I think I can manage this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Hannah?
I only read like 2 chapters, but I also folded laundry and took a shower.
Oh wow, productive. And you're annotating, so I feel like it takes longer.
Yeah.
I read a few chapters and I watched Cassidy's video.
Oh yeah.
And it made me want to read A Fate Inked in Blood even more.
I'm excited. I gotta get through needing to read Black books and then.
Yeah, it's an April book for you.
Yeah.
25% further into the last book of the Natural series while I took a bath and then cleaned up dinner and took out the trash. Everybody's being productive.
Yeah, very productive sprint.
Nice. Into Umbral. 67 pages of Nevermore with a B. Made to 60 pages of Ember in the Ashes, a classic.
I need to read that. I feel like I'm the only person on book 2 that's never read that series.
I read the first one and then typical, never finished it.
Same.
Yeah, same. And I like the first one. It's just like I never continued on with it. 64 pages. Well, 8 pages, but I'm at work. See, that's impressive, getting anything done, reading done at work. 170 pages, but probably sticking with it through the next sprint. Switch to Serve on the Wings of Night and read 9%. Perfect. Then you can go watch Cassidy's video. Because it's about it. Books to read if you liked Serpent on the Wings of Night.
How could you not?
Yeah, it's fantastic. 54 pages. There's some shadow love. Mal, I also started the Backlight book today. What is the book? I feel like I should know.
It is the second book in the Book of the Ice by Mark Lawrence. Girl in the Mountain. Yeah.
I did know that.
Oh, yeah.
Maria actually finished it.
Maria, stop being ahead of the game. You make me feel bad.
And I'm curious to know what you thought of it, because I know that the first series wasn't Maria's favorite, right?
Yeah, and I think she liked the first book, but didn't love it. So I am curious to see. We're divided on the Mark Lawrence books. So
yeah, I've only read the book that wouldn't burn, and I loved it. So, but I think that's very different from his other stuff.
It is, but it still all feels very much so like Mark Lawrence. Like that one's a little bit more whimsical, a little more like less battle magic kind of thing, but it's still the writing all feels like Mark Lawrence to me.
And I liked his writing, so I'll have to try it eventually.
Should.
I would need thoughts on Silver Blood.
I will give you thoughts once I have any, but I currently have none. I'm like 2.5 pages in.
There you go. My number's 10 of A Flick of the Dark, and I'm enjoying it. Please and thank you. Almost done with Lady of Shadows. I should finish it in the next sprint or two.
Oh, that's a good one.
Everybody's reading that right now.
It's good.
On Winter's Promise. Listened, and you made your crackers. I'm so impressed by that. Pork chocks on the smoker and potatoes in the oven. Wow.
Nikki's a cooking queen.
Yeah. I just got Costco chicken. That's the extent of my cooking. And scallop potatoes that are pre-made.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Joining in a bit late. I wanted to get to 50% of my book before bed tonight. Currently only 17% in. You got this. 40% of my fantasy romance. Yep, I feel that. 39 pages of The Blinding Knife. 10% of my book. Made pizza rolls. And listened to a bit of First Light Winds. See, that's more my kind of dinner.
Yes. I think that live show, is it tomorrow night or tonight? I can't remember.
For First Light Winds?
Mm-hmm. It's the Pyramid Book Club pick.
Yeah. Did you read it?
I wanted to, and yeah, we know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
was looking to see. I feel like there was something posted, and I can't remember when it is. I think it's tomorrow.
2 books today.
But I finished 2 books today. What books? Give us the tea.
Nice.
I just got here in time to spare into space and exhaustion for 10 minutes, pick up my book, and hear the end of the sprint chime.
A mood.
For me, I always seem to join sprints right when the talking stops, and that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed it.
I thought you meant your favorite time to join was when the talking stopped, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, the talking is my favorite part. And then I'm like, oh, I missed it. And I'm like, okay, 45 minutes, I'll come back, and then I forget.
Yeah, again, a mood.
Yeah. Read 20 pages of Heartless Hunter, then ate dinner. Are you liking it? This is the book of the moment. I have 30 pages left, and it's going to be a long wait for the sequel. Yes, liking
It's
it.
gonna be a long wait.
That told me. Is there any news about the sequel?
It has a title.
Does
Oh,
it?
wow.
I hadn't heard.
No, struggle snuggles. You can't leave.
Let me see, because it doesn't come out until January.
That's actually not
Yeah,
terrible.
it's not horrible. That's not horrible.
It feels like forever, but
Rebel Witch is the
interesting. No cover.
It comes out in February.
Oh, February.
I misspoke. February.
it's like a year. That's annoying.
Yeah. Fell back into REM sleep, and then we woke you up, I'm sure. I really didn't like book 1, so I'm nervous for book 2.
Yeah, Sahar's a good counterpoint.
That's promising. There we go. I read the Reformatory last sprint, so heart-wrenching, but incredibly well done. Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. I haven't been reading a ton of horror lately. I feel like fantasy romance has kind of taken us all over, and we've been moving away from horror a little bit.
Yeah.
Just got home from picking up my cat after space surgery. Aw. I'm guessing the cat has a cone on it. I love that. I always feel bad for them when they're cones, but they look so cute. Okay. Grilled some sausage, cheesy noodles, and broccoli. Read 36 pages of Flamefall. Everybody's cooking. Tomorrow night. Read 5% of How You Get the Girl. Really loving it, but London and Delilah will always be my favorite. Yeah. I love that whole world that Anita Kelly has created, but I think I like the second book the best. I figured out I need to read 73 pages every day to finish this by the live show, and I just hit 73 pages so I could finally pick up.
Yes.
That is so relatable.
Yeah, that's not a good book to be reading with this one either, because Will of the Penny's just so good.
Yes, it'll just look, it won't hold a candle to it. I just can't, I feel like they're kind of similar. Like I couldn't read 2 epic fantasies at once like that.
That's fair. Very different vibes, but I can see that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll do another sprint. How are you feeling about 45?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Oh, a surgical onesie. So cute.
She's not impressed.
She's not impressed. I think we need pictures of that.
Yeah.
Because I can see her in your profile picture, and she's adorable. So, like, picture her in that little outfit.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. You'll send me a DM with knife emojis, I'm sure. What to read next? I need Jonathan to give me another 5-star. Is Jonathan like the recommender?
I think he recommended her last 5-star, so
nice.
Just stay on the roll.
It's blue at least. There you go. Yeah, you have to message me, Maria. I don't know when we're starting that buddy read, but we will do right now. 45 minutes. Okay. Scene 45. So how'd everyone do? I'm halfway through my book, and it's very YA, but it's fun.
Did you say what you were reading?
Yeah. Soul Swift by Megan Van.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I totally forgot. I was like, what are you
Yeah.
Why does that look like a Hunger Games book?
That's what I thought when she held it up.
It does, but there's no trials in it, sadly.
Oh, sad.
Yes, but it's fun. How did you, Hannah?
Good. I didn't keep track of my pages, but
No, I never do. I never do that. Mel, did you choose what you're reading?
Me? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was like, a message from my mom popped up on the screen. I got distracted. I went with Silver Blood Promise, and I got about 10% of the way into it.
And how do you like it so far?
I'm unsure. I think I like it, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's just different. It's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
I can't really pinpoint exactly what's making me go,
I see Tori's halfway through Powerless.
I hope you're loving it.
Ooh, I hope you're loving it too.
And
I feel like you will. I feel like Tori would like that.
Yeah. I gave it a high 3-star in the end.
Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I like that one.
I think I gave it 4.
And making Dino Nuggies. I could just see her doing that too. I don't think we have like the real ones in Canada. Oh, so Cats. An Ember in the Ashes is so good and devastating.
I want to read it.
I feel like I don't remember enough about it to be like, was it devastating? I can't remember at this point. So long ago.
Yeah,
I haven't had Dino Nuggies in so long. Thank you. You too. Oh, how funny.
Everybody's having Dino Nuggies.
Every time we've done his Nuggies. Yeah, I don't think we have those. It's funny. Is anybody getting the Fairy Loot fantasy romance? Because we got those emails today. Did you sign up for it?
Because I did, for one very specific reason.
Did you?
And that is I want early access to the Tog sale when they do it next month.
I know, that's how they get you. Because you have to be subscribed to get all the sales behind it. It's like you don't really want the subscription, you want the other stuff they do.
Yeah. And I mean, I was vaguely interested in this book anyway, and shipping and stuff now that they have a US warehouse is not terrible. So I was like, I'll do it for a month. I'll get the Tog sale. And then if I don't like the future picks, then I can just cancel it.
Yeah. I mean, I like the book that they picked. I read an arc of it. It just seems like a weird choice for them.
Well, when they're real, I don't know if you looked at the reel when they like announced it a year ago. Went back and looked at it. It was all indie fanro, like super spicy indie fanro. And then now I think it was one of the like spoiler accounts on Instagram asked them about it. And they were like, yeah, we'll probably only do like maybe one indie a year. I'm like,
no.
Rude.
That's like what everybody loves. Like when you think of fantasy romance, I feel like most people think of indie stuff. But I mean, eventually gets picked up.
Yeah.
It starts as, because that book, I don't want to spoil it for people, but that book is like leaning towards YA.
I feel like it's going to end up being pretty much just things that they wanted to put in their other boxes and didn't. So they're going to put it in their romance.
It is, because their regular adult box
is the same.
Like they did that, A Fate Inked in Blood, which I feel like is more fantasy romance than the book they picked.
I agree.
It's very strange, but I'm tempted. We have 7 days to decide, so I probably will, because I canceled my adult one. So I don't have any, because I didn't read any last year, and I'm posting an unhaul tomorrow of all the Fairy Loot books that I'm unhauling, so I don't know, I'm torn. Finished my book. Now it's time to write some of my thesis before going back to fun reading. Finished Heartless Hunter, and I'm not okay. I should pick up another book, but I need to rest the rest of this sprint. Is it a sad ending? That makes me nervous. We're supposed to get dumped with snow, and I found out that I have a snow day tomorrow. Interesting. We had lots of sun today, which is odd. I live in northern Canada, but we don't have any snow right now. Hello.
Me too.
Snowing?
Sunny.
Oh, sunny.
It was like 60 degrees and sunny. It was lovely.
I'm so ready for spring. I mean, it's always sunny where Mel is, I feel like.
Yeah, I can't. No snow for me ever. Can't relate. We get snow. So We get snow like maybe once a year, and it's like a half an inch. And then this year we got an ice storm that literally shut down my entire city for a week. Like I could not leave my house because my driveway was like this much of a sheet of ice. We don't do snow tires. We don't do chains. Like I could not leave my driveway.
Like you don't have snow plows and stuff. Like
Nope.
you're just not equipped for.
They don't salt the roads. We don't even have salt trucks.
And that's it's like you get 30 centimeters of snow and you're going. Doesn't matter. You better get going. Made it to 100 pages of Ember in the Ashes. Loving it so far. The Blinding Knife. 60%. 35. Will the Many got distracted by Be Real. I don't have Be Real.
You should. And then add me.
What is it? Like you have to take up. I'm such like a millennial all of a sudden. You have to like take a photo like when they tell you to.
It like pops up and gives you 2 minutes, and then it can take a front facing photo, and then like after you snap that photo, it takes a like out facing photo, so you see like yourself. Usually it's a selfie, and then like whatever you're seeing.
I feel like my Be Real would be so boring.
Mine is usually really boring.
I work at home. I'm here all the time. Like, what do you want? What are we gonna see?
Mine's always boring. Yet I'm extremely nosy, so I want to know, even if it's boring.
All right, I'll download it. We'll see how I feel. I'm such a millennial though. 58 pages. Iron Widow. Dinner Sprint. 8 Dinner. Pitch Dark. 68% to Fireborn. I love it. It's such a good book. I need to continue on with that series so badly. Have you read that, Hannah? I know Mel has.
I DNF'd it.
I'm shocked by that. So we agree on When the Moon Was Hatched, but not Fireborn.
Yeah.
You end up having that live show, Mel?
Mm-hmm. I made it.
I made it on time?
I did. I don't even remember. I think I finished it late Saturday night. Maybe it may have been Sunday morning.
And would you rate it?
I gave it a 4-star. Mm-hmm. I liked it, but I had a few issues with it too.
I DNF'd it. I was struggling.
And a lot of people, I think, felt that way.
Yeah. I think either love it or you can't make it through it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
At the middle of a smutty scene. Sorry. It's also just on my TV. I hope you like it. Yeah, I actually really like it. It doesn't seem like a lot of people have actually. It only has like 100 or 1,000 ratings on Goodreads, which I'm surprised because she's a pretty popular author. Give it 4 stars. That's what I'm feeling right now is a 4-star. 57 pages. It's scary. Put off doing my assignment. 37% in and making progress with my Disney Dreamlight Valley. Nice. I haven't played that in so long. 208 pages. Distracted by a video game. Everybody's gaming and eating. I love it. 86. You didn't get your email? Did you check your spam? Because I feel like everybody got it at the same time. They've been
sending it out in waves because I didn't get mine until 4 o'clock, I think, and I signed up the day of the wait list.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So you have 7 days to decide. So once you get your email. I'm hoping that they do like something and give us a hint of the May book before. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not sure. Even though I liked the first book, but read 40 pages and snapped a photo in her onesie for Discord. I'm going to have to go look at that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go look at it. I'm going to reading Adventures of Mina Al-Sarafi, super different tone than David Abad. Way more fun so far. Yeah, very different. Did you look at it? Okay. I have to go look now.
You're just not look enthused. No? It's so cute though.
Wait, which
just in general?
Get down on shedding.
Aw, I love Torty Cat. So cute.
No,
that's adorable.
Can you hear my cat at the door right now, crying?
No.
He wants a treat so badly. That time I read almost 20 pages with working. Amazing. I blame my boyfriend. I did read earlier before the sprints. Men are always distracting us. Mm-hmm. It's so warm here where I am in, warmest winter in a long time. I actually saw that on my weather app today when I was checking that they said like Canada, it was like a history, the warmest winter we've ever had in history or something, which is not great. Yeah, Kristen, I didn't know you were Canadian. I grew up in Toronto. I am 4 hours north of Toronto. We were supposed to get 8 inches and just a small dusting. Just joining in time to stay signed up for the Fairlight Romantasy because I'm interested in the first book and also won't be bothered if there's no spice. But I agree, the initial marketing was misleading. Yeah, there's no spice in that book, which I'm fine with because I'm like Cassidy. I skim over spice. But I think a lot of people go into fantasy romance for the spice. I saw like the first comment was, "Is there spice?" Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's kind of what a lot of people are expecting, and they gave their wrong expectations for what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of special editions of that book coming out already.
I think my thing is I just don't want them to do, because their adult already feels like just their YA box. Like, it doesn't feel that much more adult to me. And so I was hoping that this one would be like their adult romantasy. And if it's just pretty much the same type of stuff they're putting in the other two, what's the point, you know?
It is.
Yeah, which is sad. Bummer.
Do you do the horror one that Illumicrate does?
I have it for now. I skipped the April, May, whatever the last one was. But I have it for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I've really liked the editions that they've done so far. They're really,
I think they're doing a good job. And I don't know I haven't read any of the books. Where I read Silver Nitrate, but I haven't read most of the books. But
Silver Nitrate was like their most boring copy.
The first one,
really pretty.
But they like doing completely different covers. It's all like completely, which I love.
Yeah,
and I like that it's not every month.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. I finished Bride last night and starting Emily Wilde's map of the other lands, Team Creation. I hope you love that one. I think if you love the first book, the second one's just as good. Fireborn mid.
It's okay. You can have a longer one.
Kristen, you should finish Fireborn in June for reasons. It'll fit several prompts. I wonder what Bree's talking about. Hint, hint, cough, cough. We finally have a nice day and saw a little sun. Yeah. We've been having thunderstorms and stuff, which is so odd for us in March. Unfortunately, nothing in my spam. Hopefully, when did you sign up? Hopefully you'll get it. Because I think a lot of people aren't getting it because of what the first book is, so hopefully it comes around to you. Hello, Claire. Just bought a sleeveless one in cow print. I hope you should like it a bit more than this one. That is so cute.
It's adorable.
I'll need another picture. I've tried to put my cats in sweaters before. They just hate it. It's not a thing. Someday I will be financially stable enough to subscribe to all the book mail. I know. There's so many now. And now that a lot of like A Fading to Blood, it's just like the first printing was special.
Yeah.
I kind of love that. So you don't
I like that.
You know what I mean? And I've just realized I really have to be the one to choose the books I read. Like I've subscription boxes, they just really are the books that I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus they're not like cheap.
They're not cheap.
So if you're like if you don't even know anything about the book or you're not feeling the book, like you have to pay all this money for a special edition of a book that you're like meh about.
Yeah. Whole shelf behind me, haven't read. They look pretty though. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. There's no such thing as winter here, just 9 months of summer and 3 of coolish weather. Yeah, I went to Arizona once. It was hot. My skin couldn't handle it. I was like a dry mess. I was like running around Arizona trying to get so many. My Canadian skin couldn't take it. Finished my book. Amazing. Lots of highs for Claire. I signed up when it was announced, but I think I was late. My book club has a conspiracy theory. They're doing it randomly. I wouldn't be surprised.
They're doing something. I don't know what. Yeah. They're doing something over there.
Who knows what's going on over there? When's the first time to sign up for the Fairlight Romantasy waitlist?
May 12th, because everyone has said it all day long.
Has it really been that long?
It has been that long.
I can't believe that. And it's always like at the start of a subscription, you don't know what it's going to look like. And I love the original cover of that book. So I'm curious if they'll redo it or just change the colors or something.
I think Fairlight, don't they usually just change the color? I don't know. Wow, words are hard. Fate, Ink, and Blood seem to be really different.
Very different.
Like normally they just change the colors.
Yeah. Subscription boxes don't work for me. My favorite box is international shipping, 60%. That's a problem.
Ouch.
Same with Canada. Checked my email from when I did it, and it did on me. Yeah, that's weird.
I think they are sending them in batches because they're trying to keep the website from like crashing with everybody. And since you have a week, I don't think they've been in a huge hurry, but they have not put out anything that I've seen that they're done with invites. So you can still get it.
Yeah, because I went on just to see and I was in the queue. I didn't bother waiting for it because I'm not sure if I want it yet, but
yeah,
because I don't think their website can handle it. Hi, Daphne. Oh my God, my email just came in for that and I'm very torn about if I want it or not. I think a lot of us are.
Yep.
But I guess if you do the first one and if you don't like it, just cancel it.
That's my vibe.
And if you want, what are you waiting for again, though? Oh,
Throne of Glass.
Yeah, Throne of Glass. I'm surprised, Hannah, you don't want to get on the waitlist for the Throne of Glass edition?
They did Crescent City and they like had stock for it for like several days. So I'm like not super worried about because I know that they know it's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like, if I was more worried that I wouldn't get one, then I probably would be like, I need to try to get this. But yeah, I'm not really that worried. Like I'm pretty comfortable that I'll be able to get a set because I'm going to buy them.
No, I'm like, what do you mean, Hannah? Don't you need those? Are the Crescent City ones pretty? I don't think I looked at them.
I think I like the Fairy Loot Crescent City books better than the Illumicrate ones, which I bought. But I think the Fairy Loot ones were because the Fairy Loot ones came with a slipcase, right? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, and I'm like looking at them up.
I feel like the Throne of Glass that's going to be pricey. How many books are in that?
Yeah,
they're splitting it. They're doing the first 4 books and then the second 4 books. So the first 4 books, it's going to be a lot.
Ouch! It's going to hurt.
You can wrap your head around it a little bit, save up a little bit for the second.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt and you can just prepare for it and it'll be okay.
Well, when they announced it was coming out, I was like in my head calculating how much it cost for 2 books. And I was like timesing it to get to 8. And I was like, oh my God. But then they split it and I was like, I can do that.
When are they going to announce what they look like? I want to see what they look like.
Yeah, I know. I'm dying for more news.
I had no idea they were doing that.
I feel like it's always sticker shock when you see it. And then if you actually divide it by the number of books, it's like, oh, that's not so bad per book, but you want me to pay that all at once?
Yeah, just a lump sum of it all.
Yeah.
I need to finish before the coffee gets cold tonight. I like that book a lot. Adele runs me, so it's probably worth it. But is it the kind of romanticy you like, Tori? This is what we're torn about. Though, and I feel bad because I like that book a lot. I just think a lot of people are going to be disappointed by it. Right to part 2. Work is pretty tiring right now, so it's slow going, but I'm hoping to read some more now. Maybe they do UK people first or American first or something. That could be true too.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Because they're different shipping places, right? They have their own shipping place in the US now.
Yes, and it made it so much better because I thought, oh gosh, shipping's going to be terrible, but it was like $6 or something. It was not bad.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, I think the whole sub for me was like $35, which is pretty much what I would pay full price for at Barnes & Noble, so I wasn't like super stressed about it. It was not bad. I thought it was going to be really bad, but it wasn't.
I'm going to have to look into it because I think Canada, the shipping is going to be more.
Yeah.
And then our dollar's not good, as good as yours, so it costs more to be good with. So like $35, like $50 here.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that, but give it 3 or 4 months. Yeah, I think before I decide to unsubscribe. Sorry, work is tiring, but I hope you get far tonight. I know that Elizabeth Lim's books, the covers are very different, and I do like them more than the originals. I have to look at them. Ice in your city.
Oh, I
not
did.
Like ice in your cup or something.
I was like, I got what
now? Such as why my student loans are going towards amazing. For Fair Loot, CCO. Yeah, so imagine I stood on those page overlays. I do like a good overlay.
The page overlays were cool because like nobody was expecting them. I opened the box and I was like,
they just threw them in.
I
love that. Hi, Monica.
That made me think of an invoice I need to make sure I don't have because there were overlays in that. The way that the Apolycon authors did all of their pre-orders is they individually did them by like Google Doc, and then once the pre-order closed, like 3 months later, they are going to send you an invoice through PayPal. And so I'm like constantly paranoid that I've missed an invoice somewhere, and I'm afraid that I won't see it, and then I won't pay for it, and then I won't get the book, and that would be sad.
So you have to pre-order the books ahead of time?
Yeah, well, you don't have to. It's just some of them are doing like special editions and stuff that are only their event exclusives. And so like Blood Mercy, I ordered that one, but we ordered it probably in like December, and the invoices still haven't gone out yet. I'm just like, I don't want to miss it.
Hopefully they're actually happening. You know what I mean?
I think she said sometime this week.
That's good. That's going to be wild, I feel like, that whole event.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. And stressful, but fun.
It's gonna be fun. Is it just 2 days? 3?
The event is 3, but I will be there for 8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah. Wow. We're going and hanging out for a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah, I guess if you're all gonna get together, you want it to be for a while.
Yeah, by the time you pay to fly down there, you just kind of want to make it worth it. So,
does Cassidy have a passport yet?
She has applied. It is coming.
I was gonna say, like, cutting it close for the passport.
There was a moment, but no, it's applied and it is coming.
Okay. Because I feel like we've been talking about this. You guys have been talking about that for like a year.
Mm-hmm. It has been. It's been a year. It's crazy.
Yeah. For me, it's insanely expensive because of shipping. I know.
Yeah.
Monica is so popular. Hi, Monica. I got invited, but I get it from the UK center. I'm international, but I have to use forwarding services because it's actually cheaper than getting it directly. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Something to think about. All right, we want to do one more sprint.
I'm going to sign off for the night.
Sounds good. Everybody, Hannah's link down below.
I might actually not make it the full sprint either, but
that's okay. Well, you'll last as long as you laugh at the end. I'll just be like, goodbye, guys. And hopefully
you're dropping like flies.
I know. I felt it. I was like, no, Hannah, no.
I'm good. You guys, I thought I was going to do this all by myself at first, so it was nice.
No.
And just as long as I know how to end these stream properly by myself, we're good.
Yeah.
Because if you're here last time, I failed.
The studio.
So, if it's still going like 3 hours from now, nobody's here, my bad. All right.
Honestly, iconic.
I know.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Hannah. All righty.
Sorry.
No, don't laugh at me.
No, you do.
Okay. Maybe Mel will be here in 45, but probably not.
So yeah, it's like it's the 7 a.m. workday that's going to get me.
I feel you on that. So I'm sure you're already subscribed to Mel, but her channel's linked down below. So see you in 45. It's always shocking to see myself big after having company here, but that was our last sprint. But let me know how you did. I didn't read it all. I was calculating stuff about the Romantasy Fairy Loot thing, and it's probably not worth it for me. It's $16 shipping. And then when it's $47 in total, but when you calculate that into Canadian currency, it's $63. So I'm thinking it's probably not worth it. And that kind of makes me sad. But let me know how you did. Yeah, if it's worth it for you, I think it's fun. Got 75%, but also about a little spider who invaded my desk. He retreated, but at least he's not near me. I consider that a win. The fact that he's still in the house, though, is kind of scary. 87%, amazing. Ate supper, got 2 of the 3 kids in bed, and trying to get my kitchen back in control. The downside to extra baking right before supper. Yeah, I love that you did all that baking, though. Thank you for the sprints. You're welcome. Made a lot of progress in my books and had fun hanging out with y'all. I'm glad you joined us and that you're liking the will of the many. I need to get to it. Took some pictures for Bookstagram. No reading that time, but that's still productive. I'm terrible about actually posting pictures on Instagram. I think I posted one about RealmAthon a couple days ago, and that was the first one I had done in a minute. But I love to post on my story. So, and you reorganized your TBR shelf. I did that recently too. I always love doing that. Read a few pages. I was just looking at a tattoo artist on Instagram. I follow so many tattoo artists, and I don't have a tattoo, but they're just so talented. One day I'll get one. Finished Lady of Shadows and now on to Ladies of Ashes. Probably going to end up binging the series. That is always a great feeling. I'm just doing the Romantasy box for that's what the TOG early access sale. That is what Mel said she's doing as well. I read 40 pages and I'm finishing up work for the night. Finished my second book for the readathon. Amazing. 41 pages into the reformatory. Finished half of my assignment and definitely done for the night. Yeah, don't blame you. Got 4 clips edited. Nice. Welcome. I missed some of the chatty bits on my dog walk, but you have me so ready to keep reading tonight. Yeah, I was wondering where you were, Maria. You disappeared on me. Yeah, I think the sub can be worth it if it's a book pick and customizations you like, but otherwise you can usually get it cheaper secondhand. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what they do with the first book. You know that I love that book. Like, I really liked it. But there's so many special editions of it out there. It's just hard to get books secondhand in Canada, so we'll see. 37 pages, made it to page 301. Nice. Third book, awesome. Lost track of how many pages read, but less than 100 to go before done. Amazing. I can't keep track. I always forget to check before I start a sprint. Once you get one tattoo, there's no going back. I know. I would definitely get like bookish ones or something to do with my cats, probably. That's about sums up my personality. I only read a couple of pages. I'm on page 201. Nice. Made it to page 98 in First Lie Wins. I know that live shows tomorrow. Got to get on it, and you're liking it. Awesome. Sorry, I was taking advantage of it being light after work now. I know the daylight savings hit me, but it's so worth it when there's actually sun at 6 o'clock. Yeah, cats and books, me too. That's pretty much it. That's all I really care about these days, and I love it. So that is it for me tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Mel is sprinting tomorrow at 6:30 EST, and then there's sprints Saturday, Sunday. We've got sprints every day, so keep an eye out on the Discord for all of that stuff too. And I'll probably see you again next Wednesday at the same time. So thanks again. I'm going to leave the studio properly this time. So talk to you soon.